What up? I'm Third War. My first video blog. Where do I start? Alright, this is about Kony 2012. If you don't know what Kony 2012 is, look it up on YouTube, watch the video. It's 29 minutes. You're going to end up watching it sooner or later because it's going to be huge in no time. The whole world's going to know about it. So just go fucking watch it. Alright? This is for you critical thinkers out there. If you're not a critical thinker and you drink too much fluoride and watch too much TV, turn this off. This isn't for you. Continue being dumb somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I had to get that out of the way. So before I explain my theory or my opinion on this whole Kony 2012 thing, first I need to knock out 2 points that you need to understand before I continue on. So first off, whether you know it or not, there's a global elite power structure in the world right now. It's globalist bankers, owners of multinational, billionaire corporations, top-ranking politicians, basically a group of small people that control the world, and then there's the rest of us, which are the masses, which is the rest of the world. And they basically control the whole world and everything that happens. Second point, 2012, the year 2012. A lot of people think that, some people think the world's going to end, but a lot of people think that there's going to be a higher consciousness shift or an awakening where basically humanity realizes that we're all one and that we all come together and that we enter a new age together where it's basically peaceful and we're all working together and all that. I'm not saying that's wrong. That might very well be true. I hope it's true because that would be beautiful if everybody just came together and we stopped the wars, the greed and all that. But alright, so let me say now that one of these elite guys is James Paul. I'm really tired, by the way, so I might like stall here and there. But alright, James Paul Warburg. He's one of the elite guys. I'm gonna read a quote for you real quick. We shall have world government whether or not we like it. The only question is whether world government will be achieved by conquest or consent. So that means consent means that we all basically ask for a new world order. We ask for one world government because it seems like the right thing. And then if we don't do that, then conquest, meaning they'll basically force it upon us, whether it's by war or other means. All right, and then we have another quote by another elite banker. I think he's a banker. I don't know. David Rockefeller. We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept a new world order. So basically, these big people talk about new world order all the time. It's what they want. There's no question about it. The pyramid on your dollar bill, Norvis Ordo Seclorum, it says underneath it, something basically about a new world order. It means in Latin. So this is the real deal. They do want this, and it's obvious by now. So what he's saying by that is that we need a major crisis. Is that all the nations? What they need is they need one threat that all the nations will unite together to basically focus on and attack all combined. You know what I'm saying? So we all stand together as one, and then we're like, oh, that's the enemy, and we all go for that. And then, so that would basically bring all the nations together, and then we have a one world government. So this Kony 2012 thing is that there's this African rebel army leader, and he wants to basically, they say he steals children from their homes and then gives them guns and makes them kill their parents, and then they join the rebel army, and then they're killing people and all this. And I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I don't know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? This just came out of nowhere. It's my first time hearing about it. All right, but you have to keep an open mind with this, because if you don't keep an open mind about the things you hear about, then you get deceived and trapped into a certain way of thinking, which can be your downfall. So, with that being said, they basically the whole thing is with this campaign is that. Basically, so it spreads over the world, it gains awareness, and all these countries post posters up saying Kony 2012, this, and that, and basically gets everybody geared towards wanting to go into Africa and get this guy named Kony. So basically all the nations will be holding hands saying, yeah, let's get this guy. He's a threat. And remember what David Rockefeller said, all we need is the right major crisis so the nations will accept a new world order. Well, there you go. And I'm not saying this is their plan. I'm just saying keep an open mind because it might be. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to keep that in mind. Next, here's the second part of the theory. Ron Paul. If you don't know about Ron Paul, look him up. He's a candidate. He's running for president this year. He's the only candidate that's 100% for our Constitution. If any other candidate wins, America is dead the next 4 years. I promise you, America will not last. It'll be over the next 4 years. That'll be it. They'll take away our rights and we'll be gone. If Ron Paul wins, I'm not saying he'll be the savior. I'm not saying America will change for the better completely, but I'm saying he's the only chance. If there is a chance for America to change, it's in Ron Paul. So, one of his foreign policies is to mind our own business and not involve ourselves with other countries. They've already tried hiding him in the media, not talking about him. That didn't work. People found out about him. People like him. So next they tried to make him look like a racist. And you can look up these stories on the internet. Just look up Google, Ron Paul racist, blah, blah, blah. And they basically made it look like he hates black people. He doesn't. And that didn't work. So now it's possible. And I know it seems really far-fetched, but the more you start learning about the world and history and politics and all these different subjects, you start realizing how probable something like this would be. Because they don't want him to win. He's their enemy. He's their downfall. He's for freedom. He's for ending the Federal Reserve and all that. So anyways, his foreign policy is not getting involved with other countries. This Kony 2012 thing is basically about getting involved with other countries in Africa and going in there and capturing this guy, Kony 2012. So they basically kind of box him in the corner. In a corner, they basically say, they're going to say, once it gains enough momentum, they're going to be like, well, if he does decide to go in Africa, they'll be like, well, you backed out of your foreign policy. You're not a man of your word. So if you didn't stick to your foreign policy, what makes us think you'll stick to the other things you promised us? And so they'll make him look bad like that if he decides to go for Kony, all right? If he decides not to go for Kony and stick to his foreign policy, they'll say he's an asshole because kids are dying in Africa right now because of this Kony guy, and Ron Paul won't go save them. So they basically trap him in a corner. It's too easy to see once you start realizing how this game is played, all right? I actually wouldn't be surprised if this gets removed from YouTube. But I'm posting it anyways, and if you watch it, I hope it opens your mind. But yeah, so you got to think about that, all right? They could definitely be trapping Ron Paul in the corner so that he's fucked. And then on another level, they can also be bringing about a new world order so that they're bringing about a one world government while at the same time knocking out the enemy of the one world government, who is Ron Paul, and they're killing two birds with one stone, basically. And I'm not saying this is the plan. I'm not saying that this is what Kony is about. The whole Kony thing might be there really might be this insane guy in Africa killing people and basically taking kids and having them kill their parents, and that something does need to get done, and maybe we will do something, and maybe that will be the higher consciousness awakening or the shift of 2012 where everybody changes. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep that in mind. You got to look at both sides of the coin, because I don't want to say that this Kony thing is fake and then sabotage a higher awakening consciousness shift. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't want to go along with the Kony thing if it could be a deception. So definitely look at both sides of the coin. Stay aware that there are forces out there that want to deceive you. And I don't know, I just find it really suspicious that 2 days it grew 4 million hits and it's just being pumped everywhere, and it's about to be this huge propaganda thing, if you want to call it that, which the whole world is about to know about soon. So hopefully this gets a lot of hits and a lot of people learn about this, and that's basically it. So I hope I explained it well, because I'm really tired right now, and I basically just touched on a few points. But on Third War, you can check me out at youtube.com/official Third War, OFFICIAL I'm an underground rapper. I rap about all this New World Order stuff. So go there, check out my songs, educate yourself. Quit drinking fluoride, quit watching TV, pick up a book, try and stop drinking, get healthy, quit smoking cigarettes, fucking learn, man. Use your brain, gain knowledge. We live in very interesting times, so don't just be a zombie like the rest of them, man. Just progress yourself and just keep an open mind. Alright, later.